Cage. 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 Peach. I could eat a peach for hours. Please.
Greetings and salutations. This is Cage's Kiss, the ultimate Cage cast, where we discuss the life and times of our national treasure, Nicolas Cage, and try to glean every kernel of wisdom we can from his film this week. I am hosting today, and I think we should all take a break for a little bit of tea, because you're gonna need it. My name is Nondescript, and I'm from Abu Dhabi.
What?
Oh, hello there. I am regular American high school kid. Boy, howdy. I am
Actually,
enjoying... Yes.
I don't want to offend anyone from Abu Dhabi because we're really big in Abu Dhabi.
Oh.
So I'll just do that again, and I'm Mercenary number 1.
Oh, good day to you, Mercenary.
American Mercenary.
I am American high school kid. I like tartar and menta, and I very much enjoy soccer and bandits with yogurt, or I am Adrian.
My name is Linda, but this week I'm a really poor quality cheese that your friend made, so you feel like you can't complain about it and you have to watch it. But I do have a question. What took you so long, Adrian? What took you so long?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I'm sorry. Salting cockroach, my neighbor friend, he make cheese, yes?
My brother died!
He had a son.
What took you so long?
You were late. You were late. So
Now
many feelings.
transition from that into who are you people? Who let you in here? Get out of here.
We don't know who he was talking to. It might have been the camera crew because nobody was in the same shot.
It could have been fucking Ghost. You actually kind of nailed it with your cheese reference, Linda. This movie is like what happens when you have leftover cheese in a bag and you just mush it into a little cheese ball and you just hope it's good, but it's not because you're tasting sweat.
Are we sure this wasn't a Robert W. Chambers project and that last chapter there wasn't calculated to break our minds? Because it feels utterly disassociated, like Hell Up in Harlem. Well,
actually, the way I explained it to Carlo was that my husband was that it's like your pharmacist aide brother's cousin's son's like former college roommate's son made a movie, and you had to watch it.
Speaking of movie, the name of this movie is on the can I just opened.
211. 211.
Yeah, 211, which is the California police code for robbery, even though this is supposed to be set in Massachusetts. Only it ain't shot in California, and it ain't shot in Massachusetts.
Where was it shot, Adrian?
Well, Linda, let me tell you a little bit about this week's movie. So, 211 happened on June 14th of 2018. Its budget is a mystery. It's a marvel. It's not reported.
$5.
Worldwide, it managed to earn $1,052,000, which isn't too shabby for the recent Cage movies. So it opened in theaters in 4 different countries, none of which was the United States, and none of which was the mysterious country where it was actually made.
Wow.
But somehow it did its best business in Italy, where it actually played at 286 theaters. And it somehow actually opened at number 2. That's right. It was right behind Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom in Italy, and it opened ahead of other bullshit like Pitch Perfect 3.
Wow.
Hey, Italy?
Italy.
I'm sorry.
Well, I kind of can understand that because when I was in Paris for that long, they really don't have that many movies. As much as people are like, oh, the cinema, they actually see our movies more than they have their own because they realize their own movies are kind of shit.
Well, European film industries are generally far less funded. If you don't believe me, look at some of the shit Luc Besson produced, like Lockdown.
Yeah. And look at people like Australia where they have to actually approve your fucking movies.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You mean somebody approved Encounter at Ravenskite?
Wasn't this like completely shot in Bulgaria?
Yes. This movie is entirely from Bulgaria.
In Bulgamerica.
And even though the director is an American and there's Americans in the cast, and other native English speakers, I might add. So let me tell you a little something here, Wesley. So our director is a guy named York Shackleton, whose name just makes me laugh. And he's an American. He was actually born in Palm Springs, California, which is nice if you've got over $1 million, and if you're a regular person like me, it's a shithole. He was actually a snowboarder turned filmmaker. He did some shit on MTV, and that got him injected onto all that. But so most importantly though, born in California, raised there, American accent. Probably should have been able to direct his Eurocast to speak English with the proper emphasis and meter.
Nah.
But in 2005, he made a James Duvall movie called Kush, spelled with a K.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it should have been called 420, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of his shit doesn't seem to have reached that high a profile.
What is this Kush the kids are all talking about?
Hey,
hold up, wait a minute. Let's put a little Kush up in it.
Hello, fellow. May I purchase some pod from you? The marijuana I would like to inhale?
The jazz cigarettes, if you will.
To obtain the euphoria you kids speak of.
I'm hip. I'm with it.
Wiggy wiggy.
I listen to the Will Smith, you know.
This is the city. Los Angeles, California.
Oh, the year was 1978. It was the last days of disco, and the Cold War was just heating up.
1978, year of the gun. I remember it well, comrade.
I guess like the way that they were trying to push this movie was by saying that it was inspired by a true story, and
inspired by that movie, The Ride Along.
It is super fucking loosely based on a story.
So this is less based on a true story than Looking Glass was.
Yeah. It was.
I got no defense of this fucking movie, by the way. Go ahead, fuck it.
It's as based on a true story as Tusk was.
Dun, 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 dun. Don't say that you love me.
I think Gremlins was more based on fact. So it's like
it has the American police.
It's like one of my old friends would say, it's exactly like a bowling ball, but just in that kind of not at all way.
Yeah.
It's apparently inspired by a story of a big bank heist that had a big shootout in Hollywood in the 90s.
I remember that shit. Yeah, that was on the news for like 4 hours, and then they made a TV movie about it.
Yeah.
And that was nothing like this.
No.
This movie was like 3 films crammed into one.
At least 3
added up.
So there's Wannabe Dog Day Afternoon. There's bullshit Special Ops Kabul. There's Interpol Lady Secret Agent Sexy Woman threatens guy with guns. There's a troubled high school kid and his hospital mom. There's cop family drama.
Yeah.
Hey babe, don't freak out or anything, but I'm gonna have a baby. Oh my god, you're pregnant. I love you so much. Yeah, we're gonna call the baby. Let's call it George or Mike or Bob or Joe or Steve.
I love movies like this where they want you to think it's America, because it's not as on par as I think it's called Slaughter High, where the entire thing was filmed in England with an English cast. Yeah. And they're all trying to come off as like Bobby, Sue, and Jeremy. It's like, no.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I loved, out of all this bullshit, the incredibly what the fuck guy behind the counter at the gun store
Yeah. It's
no, I will not sell you illegal firearms that I know nothing about and have never sold to anyone before.
I am.
But if you want to give me a blowy,
would you like pretty gun for pretty lady?
Yeah. Let's talk innuendo while we deal with guns.
Well, there's that guy, and then there's all the mercenaries who are like, oh, because of trouble, let's make it a straight up million. $1 million. I could never endure such a fortune.
Yes,
Weston.
including his son.
Weston's actually listed pretty high in the credits, and he even gets a couple of lines, you guys.
I know, and I'm imagining there was a premiere, and he's like tapping his son on the shoulder, going, "You made it, son."
Next stop, porn.
No, Weston and Kal-El have got to do one now.
Yeah.
Although,
I mean, they could go the Jodorowsky route, and he could start directing his son in the film.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't mind Cage trying directing again, because I didn't like Sonny very much, but it's better than a lot of the movies he's made since.
No,
come on!
Naked,
you don't want to
son.
see him. You don't want to actually see Nick Cage. I would pay for that, to see him play Jodorowsky in a movie about Jodorowsky.
Oh, dude, he would do that shit too. He get the hair and all that
in
shit.
a heartbeat.
And it's funny that you mentioned Sonny, because he said that it was sadly, he said, quote, "Sonny is sadly my only feature film. The critics decimated it." And he said, "I thought it was pretty good. I think I got Jimmy Franco or James Franco's best performance."
Jesus.
Well, I don't agree with that second part. I mean, the critics were probably a little bit harsh. It's not a terrible movie. It's just a misguided
No, it's
movie.
definitely not.
But there is, like, joking aside, there is some actual talent in 211.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, because the character of Kenny, the troubled high school loser youth with the pierced ear and a cellular phone, is portrayed by none other than Michael Rainey Jr., who hails from Kentucky. He was born in 2000, and people will probably know him from the Starz series Power and the spinoff of it. And he starred in a sports drama called Amateur, and he was in Lee Daniels' The Butler, and apparently he received a fuckload of death threats over appearing in Power, even though he's the only person in this movie with any basic appeal.
Do you know why?
I couldn't find information specifically on why, because that was on Wikipedia, and then I went and that was the end of the information. And the article on him is really short. It's a stub. They need to expand that, even though his fucking biography is coming up.
Damn.
He's been acting since he was a child. I looked on IMDb for his bio and for the trivia for both versions of the show, and I can't find a lot. Just that 50 Cent was heavily involved in that, who was also a Cage alumni.
Well, one of the first things I noticed watching the movie was that it has a few amazing actors, including Sophie Skelton from Outlander.
Which one was she?
Outlander. She's the daughter.
We have your woman! Well, okay, maybe her performance was okay, but her character I kind of want to shove off a balcony.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's exactly what I was going to say. It's once again, we have a case of like a handful of amazing actors with shitty fucking dialogue, and I'm assuming shitty directing. I mean, there's only so much you can do with a shitty script.
This okay. Well, Cage made complaints about the final cut of this movie, implying that it had been re-edited at some point. But like these scenes, there still was no gold there. It's not like this is the Magnificent Ambersons and it just got butchered. But like you mentioned the scene with the daughter, and she basically has like what 2.5 scenes. Yeah. And there's the part where she talks about how he didn't stick by my mom when she was dying of cancer, and she had pain and chemo and losing her hair. It's like, yeah, cancer's pretty bad, but going bald, that's just unacceptable. So there's a weird thing where I think the screenwriters thought they were smart, because there's another baldness reference later on, and then there's 2 different parts where one character says to another, "You're so funny, you should do comedy."
Sorry, I didn't interrupt you, Linda, but it's like, it kind of reminded me of an episode of American Dad where Stan is trying to be an actor, and he and Roger are going for the same part. And he tries to out-act Roger by throwing something on the ground, and it breaks, and the audience goes, "Oh, he's really getting a character." It's like they just keep doing the same shit, trying to outdo the other. That's how it came off with their lines. Like, even when me and Linda went to acting school, or like an acting class when we were kids, and like take this paper and slam it down and say, this is what I think of so-and-so's report. And it's like, oh wow, that's so dramatic. It has so much behind it. It's like, no, you're forcing a scene.
Shout out
I
to
don't
this
care
movie.
for it very much at all, sir.
But they also had a Key and Peele thing about that, where like there's one guy who's an actor portraying Malcolm X and another actor portraying MLK, and they're both trying to outdo each other. But he apparently said, quote, Cage said, quote, the movie was completely recut and transformed with new story points. It was not the script that I had agreed to make, he confessed. It was really disappointing. I had no idea it would go there. So I'm thinking that maybe, like, he didn't know that they were going to throw in all this extra shit. Because there was
completely
a lot of shit in there
unfocused.
that
Like,
just didn't belong.
The whole last half of the movie, you can't follow it. Like, I couldn't follow it. I'm like, oh, they're over.
None of it.
There now.
Yeah.
Like, and Michael Rainey's been in a car for like an hour.
But even then, it's like maybe they just let the editor go home early and they told him, yeah, we're all done with the film, so thank you. Oh, okay, cool. And then when they go back inside, like, oh shit, we still have these other stories we haven't edited in. Fuck it can't be that hard. We'll just put this in the beginning and we'll just have a huge action scene with these mercs killing people for reasons we don't know. And then hard cut from that into American City in America Town.
Even though it's
fuck
all fucking Bulgaria.
You didn't pay us.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but Afghanistan looks just like a gravel pit in Bulgaria. And Kabul, it's a back street in Bulgaria with a little bit of dirt over the pavement, And then Massachusetts, it's a studio backlot in Bulgaria that really looks like one, and you really shouldn't have your drone descend on a studio backlot.
Yeah, and Istanbul was once Constantinople.
Oh, it can't go back.
Nope. But it's no business
Why'd
of
they
ours.
change
It's just, I just thought it'd be better that way. And, it's no business of ours but the Turks.
Oh, yeah, the Turks, they're across the way there from Bulgaria yelling, please don't make that movie. We made Codename KOZ. We know better now. You need to stop before it's too late.
I thought you were going to say they made Agent Cody Banks.
Oh, wow. Ouch. But speaking of burgeoning young talent like Agent Cody Banks, we have the character of Mac, portrayed by Dwayne Cameron, who is never convincing as an American because he's from New Zealand. Which is not actually an excuse, but we're going to give it to him because he's awful. His career has mostly been Power Rangers series, believe it or not. And he was on some shit called Nice Package, which I couldn't find much information about, so I'm assuming nobody saw it. He made some shorts.
Nobody saw a Nice Package.
Because he thinks he's an auteur. Yeah, there's no nice packages here. No showers. And also,
package.
I really fucking can't stand that fucker's face. Like when that guy died, like off camera, I'm like, great, I don't have to fucking look at him anymore. Like, he won't make any stupid ass deathbed confessions to his son on a goddamn cellular telephone. How come there's always a camera phone in my face?
Concerned because when I watched it the other day,
yeah,
I'm trying to remember my exact words, but I said out loud something like "fucking shit." Because I couldn't believe the fucking last scene. Because it's like, you're seriously gonna fucking end it there?
No, the last scene where they're like, okay, all right, we had some of you half convinced this was an American movie, but now you're all gonna be sure that this is just Euro shit. It's like, and I'll tell you what it is. One of the things that it is, it's not just the stupid music and the awkward performances and the fact that they're not in the same shot. Or even that dumb line, it's like, hey, let's get that cellular phone you always have and take some new pics. No, it's the awkward fade-outs. American movies do not do that anymore. Like haven't done it in a long time, and they're really shoddy digital fade-outs too. Like, if you did the thing on film where you actually do the cross transition between two pieces of film, and you have one fade to black and the other one fills in, like that looks fine. But like the digital fade-outs look like ass.
Well, yeah, and that fucking last line, that's what got me. That I was just like, are you fucking serious? That's what I think I said out loud. Are you fucking serious?
This one had me thinking again about seeking justice, because it is yet another movie at this late date. Like, this movie was only 2018, like pretty much now. And it's still being like, look, you guys, cellular telephones. You could take pictures and email, and you can email pictures to yourself and video, live chat. Wow, guys, cellular telephone technology.
So
the movie Cellular came out in 2004.
Don't fucking watch the movie. It's not even like funny or
we had to pay
awesome,
$10 fucking
terrible.
dollars for it. It's not worth
Yeah.
that. They should have paid us
It
$10
is
goddamn dollars.
It's just fucking crap. It's just god awful. And put it this way, yesterday before watching it, before finishing it, I had to get a mammogram. And for those of you who do not know, it is very uncomfortable. And
boobs
They grab your boobies.
and it's like often like painful. In fact, I was like still hurting later because they basically like put your boobie in a vice grip or in a vice, and like they squish it.
Oh my, what else do they do?
Honestly, I would prefer to have that done 5 more fucking times back to back than to have to watch this goddamn movie ever again.
Well, you know, good analogy. I got another one. A week ago, I had a tooth pulled, and I'd go for that again over this.
Right?
I feel bad for both of you.
At one point, like,
we're having quite a week here.
When I'm studying and when I'm working, I like to have something going on in the background that I don't have to think about. And I was thinking at one point, I was thinking like, shit, I gotta put something on. I gotta think of something that won't pull my attention away too much. And then I realized I've been watching the fucking movie.
No, you could fall asleep to this just fine. It will not distract you. At no point will it ever demand your attention.
No, but it does make you go, how much longer do I have to go?
No.
And then you're actually watching the movie going, come on.
I kept boosting the volume, thinking I just had it on too quiet. But no, even with it loud, you can still zone out. The sound design is bad, among other things.
The only thing I genuinely remember was Nicolas Cage having his freak out, because that got my attention.
Yeah, he gets the one freak out.
Hey, he did it! He did a Cage freak out. All right, go, you guy. I'm glad you remind me why we do this.
Yeah.
What took you so long? Why are you late?
I thought about watching the movie over. I thought about watching the movie over again because I'm like, I really did not follow any of that. But then I'm like, you know what? No, we're good.
I'm gonna
do that to
say
ourselves again.
Self-care.
The part where the fat bank manager is all like, "Hey, leave him alone. You shoot me right now, right here. Shoot me in the head." "Oh, you want I shoot you in the head, bank manager? Yeah, why not, big man? Shoot me." It's like
on my.
So the point of that was what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like on my notes, I just have American Mercenaries. What? And then the next thing I remember is gun shop. Why? And then it's recording shit happening on my phone because
the side plot about the Interpol lady was probably the most pointless.
Oh God, yeah.
You could just take her out and like, because it starts with her, so I thought like, okay, so we're following her around, and how is Cage gonna get intertwined in her story? It doesn't fucking happen.
It's like it's done like a 70s disaster movie, like a TV one, where it's like, let's give all these characters equal time, even though they're nobody and nothing matters.
She almost has nothing to do with the story, and you don't fucking need the backstory of these mercenaries that are not getting paid. Like,
no,
just cut that shit out. And then my biggest question for the both of you is, okay, you're in school. Or you don't even have to say school, just a public bathroom.
Filming myself in the mirror with my cell phone.
Are you recording yourself on your camera?
Well, usually people just sort of hold the phone out at arm's length if they want to do the selfie thing. They don't usually
Yeah,
use
but he
a
was
mirror.
just recording himself from the chest down.
Yeah. I didn't do nothing. In fact, I just walked into this movie right now. I've done literally nothing. This is my first scene. You guys, why is the following thing happening?
He's not just recording himself, he's doing a fucking like vlog.
He is. And then a bunch of kids come in and they push his face into a urinal.
That was the funniest fucking thing. He's just like, man, these guys were like bullying me, and I don't know why they do this to me. Oh, I gotta go. There's people coming. And as soon as he sees them and they walk through the door, like, all right, it's your day in the barrel.
And they're filming him on their cellular telephone.
Yes.
Yes, because cell phones exist.
Also, do any real high schools actually look like that? That kind of looks like the remodel done on some of the local colleges here, but it doesn't look like a high school. High schools are public schools anyway. Like their budgets are kind of low. They're not going to have that Kush furniture or any of that. They're going to have old beat up shit.
Because here in America, all teenagers use their phones to record everything. We are in America.
I wonder if Shackleton there had like a severe drug problem and he was just doing this movie for coke or something, and he just couldn't tell that none of this was convincing to anything.
Well,
I guess we just aren't part of that generation because we weren't in school with our cell phones at the time, so we could start Instagramming selfies like, yo, just took a 3-ton shit and posted out there for people.
Because we graduated right around the time Rainey was getting born there.
We had pagers.
So I'd like to bring something up here though, because even though this movie contains those damn cellular telephones with their cameras, so these mercenaries, right, the high-profile mercenaries with their hipster beards, are committing this robbery, risking life and limb for just $1 million. And there's a part where one of them goes to the cafe, right, and he says, "Keep the change." And he sets down a $20 bill on the table. And I'm thinking, like, what the fuck? Did he order just a toothpick? Where's $20 going to be a big tip? Because later on, they question the waitress about him. And she says, "Oh, yeah, I remember that guy. He left a huge tip." I'm like, dude, what's $20 buy you anymore? Like, this movie was made, again, the year before last. Water. It's like, yeah, you got dry toast. You didn't even get the water.
The Wi-Fi.
That's the only. Yeah. That's the only way that was a big tip. Is like keep the. So I'm thinking like $1 million is supposed to be a lot. $20 is supposed to be a lot. So was this set in like 1971?
Yeah.
That made me think of fucking what was
Austin
it?
Powers.
The God damn it, Austin Powers.
Yeah. $1 million. Yeah, I think like shouldn't you guys?
My taste went a little higher. I was thinking of the Tim and Eric movie when they're like, "We need $10 million, but where are we going to get that money? I don't know where it went." Like, oh well, it could have been the suit we had studded with actual diamonds. Like, oh no, that's not it.
We're gonna get rid of that. Woof.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love that movie. Everybody at home, don't watch 211. Go and watch Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie instead.
It'll give you the same reaction almost if you don't like comedy.
Didn't it have Ray Wise?
Yeah, Ray Wise appears because he has the shrimp temple.
Yes.
And we're not going to say what that is on the air, people.
No. And John C. Reilly as Taquito.
Yeah. And Will Ferrell's in there too. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Can we please go back and talk about the racist as all fuck school principal?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, the principal who's walking out in the commons area in the hall, and he hears Michael Rainey Jr. in his specific timbre being, "Help! I'm being attacked! Help me, please, someone!" And he walks in. It's like, oh look, there is a white child on the floor. Our precious future.
Yes, and the black child has run away.
Yeah, it's like, oh, clearly Kenny is to blame. That it was not Kenny I heard yelling earlier, even though that was not a caucasoid voice I heard calling for help.
Well, this was the funniest thing. It's like this shit happens, and then you fast forward to his mom in the school, and the teacher is telling him, yeah, he was the one being assaulted. Maybe the teacher didn't see that, but we think he should be put on a ride-along to show him what happens when you make the bad choices in life.
There's only 2 options in the whole wide world. Ride along with the police where he'll be endangered, or expulsion. You choose, nurse lady who saves lives. It's like, really? You don't have any community service options or anything of that nature? It's like, no, we want your child to walk into bullets.
And what was the fucking the slogan they had for their students?
Oh,
where it's
God, there was some
teacher, if a student is being mean to a teacher, you come clean.
Yeah, it rhymed.
It was some
bullshit
shit like that.
yeah.
It was the stupidest fucking Karen
And that was
bullshit.
really stupid, although that was one of the only believably Americans aspect of the film.
That's, yeah. Because, I mean, shit, even with me and Linda, we had zero tolerance. That's the only thing we had.
Yeah. Well, hell, when I was 12, I called a fellow student who was making fun of me a prostitute, and I had to get dragged into the counselor's office. Like, we don't say that word. That's sex harassment. I'm like, I barely know what that word means. I'm 12 years old. My name's Adrian, and I'm a child at this point in time. And it's like, oh, so you're kind of diminutive in this aspect of your history? It's like, yes, I am still young at this juncture.
Well, and it's funny to me because, like, I'm sorry, you didn't. Go ahead, Linda.
Oh, I was just going to say the vice principal was just like one step away from saying, look, I've always liked you people, but
yeah, I've always been good to you people.
Yeah.
I mean, it would kind of be nice if this movie was about something. Then maybe they could have explored that. You know, like
maybe if they even said what year and universe this film took place, that would have even more.
Yeah, it's like so. This is Massachusetts or Eastern Europe. Or it's the 2000s, or it's the 70s, or outer space. Nobody's really behaving like a person.
Focus on one fucking story.
No.
And they keep cutting to surveillance cameras, and they're trying to make the camera thing a theme. And Cage's character's like, this is the time I should retire because it used to be fun to be a cop. You could beat a guy and nobody would see it, but now everybody's got a lawyer or whatever that is.
Well, see, that's the funniest thing I loved about it, but was also like, what the fuck? Because like. It reminded me in high school because I had a lot of days that I missed. And I also was just like, fuck this, I hate school. So they put me in a special program that was run by cops. Ooh, and the whole idea was that you're going to be taught police procedure and it's going to help you to be a better student and pay attention. And like, that shit did work. It was, that's fucking military. This was called off-track attack.
That means, Donnie, you should be doing my job, but I should be doing yours.
Pretty damn much. I can do that. But we'll switch. I'll just go in and wear your name tag and go, I, Adrian.
Apparently, my supervisor thinks of me as a stocky football player type, so he might not know the difference between us.
Yeah, there we go.
Just wear a baseball cap.
Supervise, I take over. Yeah. But it's like okay, they put us in this, and it worked for us for like troubled students and students that had suspensions and shit. That was cool. We learned some shit. They were nice to us. We got to see the police dog because it was run by a canine policeman. Cool. This fucking kid is like, yeah, you're going to get to go on a ride along. It's like, okay, cool.
After one offense.
As soon as he meets the cops, like, what the fuck are you smiling about?
Yeah, Mac turns into a drill sergeant. It's like, oh yeah, you're here because you fucked up, young man. That's right. I'm from Massachusetts, and you're black, and you're riding in our car. I hope that's okay with you.
Yeah. And fucking Nick Cage is just like, that good old racism.
Well, yeah, he's even got his black cop friend who was his brother, and he's like, good thing you didn't get my daughter pregnant. Are you saying that because I'm African American? Yes, I'm saying it because you're African American.
Yes,
to clarify right now, I have a problem with black people.
Well, like you're right. They have like the theme, like they set the theme of camera phones and surveillance cameras, and so you think like, okay, so when's the weird tech thing gonna come up? And and Nicolas Cage at one point he takes the kid's phone, and so you're thinking like, okay, when is that gonna come into play? And none of this shit does.
Well, now that you're talking about it, I have it running silent in the background on the part where Michael Rainey Jr. is in the back of the car, and he finds the baby doll in there, and he's taking the 9-volt battery out of the back of the doll to charge his cell phone. And I don't know how he's doing that. It's literally, I'm getting heavy The Room vibes right now. It's like, I will just hook this cassette tape recorder up to this telephone because that works.
Oh my God.
Oh, Cage's daughter is Lisa, and she's so beautiful.
Like, yesterday, I told Carlo that I said it's like The Room, but not at all enjoyable.
The Room is like Citizen Kane compared to this.
Yeah, this reminded me of that magical time when movies came out about the internet and people just assumed what hacking was and how hackers all had to look like steampunk victims.
Didn't you love all those made-for-TV hacker movies where the guy would have like a cyber glove and he'd like have skulls like set up?
Fear.com?
I love Fear.com.
It's like a website set up being hosted by a fucking ghost haunting the web.
No, there's some that take it one further than that, though. There's fucking .com for murder with Roger Daltrey and Huey Lewis. Did you ever see that one? With Miriam Dabo?
There's also The Cell.
Yes.
But it's like all these movies where people assume how this shit works and how it doesn't matter where you are, you always have a cell signal. No matter what the fuck you're at.
Let's
you
face
always
it.
do.
Larry Cohen's Cellular, yeah. But let's say any movie that's about a new technology, like sometimes it's going to be related to the technology, and the other half of the times it's going to be magic, because they just assume the audience won't know anything. What now?
Yeah, even CSI does the same with their enhance. We have satellites out there. We can get a photo of anything in crystal clarity.
All 3 CSIs and every iteration of Law and Order, it's like, oh my God, it was her the whole time, Elliot. Let's go pick her up. Oh, wait a minute, my daughter's in trouble at school. You get this one, Liv.
Well, like, in some parts, like, the fucking dialogue was worse than The Room. Like, like
I think in every juncture, the dialogue, this dialogue, like Donnie said, like, what universe is this set in? Like, these are not human beings speaking.
Like, the test results came back. I'm definitely pregnant.
And then suddenly mercenaries burst in. It's like, we're taking this data stick. What? Oh my God, at least in the computer business.
We see him and his wife, and the pregnancy comes up, and he's like, oh, babe, I love you. I'm like, you both need to die now. Not later, now. Yes. You need to be...
When everyone's on the rooftop talking to Johnny and shit about his drug addiction, there's fucking terrorists taking over the plaza. They're all stuck on the roof now, and it's up to Tommy to go free them.
Oh no, Matt R. showed up. With machine guns.
Stop yelling at me!
Chris R. is a German terrorist.
Did you guys ever see
You
that
never
Van Damme
paid
movie,
me.
Derailed? Where it's
Derailed,
the terrorists on the train, and most of the movie's shot on a green screen. That movie felt more natural and American than 211 did.
Honestly, I remember Linda making the comment. She was only something like, I think, 10 minutes into the movie, and you were just like, oof. And I'm like, I checked out in the beginning because it's like the guy with the glasses who's talking to the girl doing the sciencey work. And it's like, as soon as you hear them talk, I'm like, yeah. And it's like, as soon as you hear them start talking, I'm like, they dubbed that girl's voice. And I'm like,
they should have dubbed
can't be
everybody,
though, right?
Because nobody can do an American accent.
No, they can't. But it's like they even dubbed his voice too. It's like listening to that, you could tell these are not their natural voices, or they just recorded in a fucking bathroom and closed the shower curtain.
Well, if they done it
because this was not a natural sounding.
If they done it like a 70s or 80s Italian movie where they shot it silent and had the actors dub their own voices, and then whoever dubbed it for international distribution, that would have been better.
Yeah,
the sound design for one is terrible. Like if you watch like Alberto Di Martino's The Tempter, the Exorcist ripoff, like that thing is like studio quality American quality sound.
Oh yeah.
Like whereas this, it's like I really wish I was watching a movie by the Asylum right now, or one of those cheapos that Lionsgate would pick up.
Donnie, were you just like having a problem handling your booze? Was that a bottle?
Oh, no, Linda, I'm drinking right now from a 24-ounce can.
Wait, did we lose Donnie?
I don't know. How does this work?
Donnie,
did the movie absorb you?
Yes, it did.
Oh.
I was captivated.
That's right. I look at this movie and I say, I am so into you. I can't think of nothing.
I mean, honestly, no. Even that, this movie's like when you go to the bathroom because you're like, God, I really need to pee. And then suddenly your ass is like, fuck it, we're going to have diarrhea time now. You're like, oh God, I can't push without pushing out my ass too. What do I do? What do I do? All this shit's happening at once.
It's a one-way trip to Browntown.
All this stuff is happening and you're like, what what do I do now? I don't know what's going on, but everything is happening all at once.
I don't know who that is. I don't know what to feel. I haven't been introduced to any of these hostages. That fat bank manager looked like a Santa Claus caricature from fucking Latvia. What the fuck is going on?
And why did nobody complain when he was filming the guy, the white dude with the dreadlocks?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Cage complains about how everybody's got a phone now, and it's like, man, and it's like, so the second you get called to a gas station about a transient who needs to get kicked out, he's just a fucking bum, right?
A transient which they pulled their fucking guns
Yeah, exactly.
off.
No, they go fucking guns drawn on a bum. Dude, I've seen cops deal with bums. They don't fucking whip those shits out. Like, they don't want to get a hassle.
Well, and the message I sent you, Donnie, was not even 1 minute in, and I was saying, good fucking Lord, and rolling my eyes.
Really, the characters I wanted to follow were the ones making that transaction in Afghanistan. I wanted to see what happened with that rich guy. It's like, so you do all this for the money? It's like, yeah, I want to see, why did you kill him? No, he was the only interesting character. Like Cage's son Weston comes in all hard.
I want to follow the people that reviewed the movie because at least they had interesting lives.
I'll bet they did. Yeah, it's like, wow, Cage has really stepped into this time, making a movie in a country called Europe that's over by London. I don't even know anymore. It's too bad he can't do good stuff anymore. You know, like Gone in 60 Seconds. Man, what have things come to?
My notes were that Cage looks like he's Consto.
Yeah.
Also, this has the quality of a Hallmark or Lifetime movie. ... No, wait, they could do it way better.
Maybe not
Pretty
Lifetime.
much.
Lifetime's head over heels above this, but Hallmark, I could see them doing it on an off day. You know, if you just made one scene where it was snowing and you had the Interpol lady fall in love with somebody, then it's a Hallmark movie.
She falls in love with the bank manager, or she falls in love with Cage, and Cage is like, "Look, Lisa, I brought you a new mommy for Christmas."
Then the last scene makes total sense. Hey, let's take some new pics on that camera telephone that you're always carrying. Ha ha ha. Da 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 da.
Okay, listeners. That was the
Christmas
painful
miracle.
point for me, was the fucking end that I couldn't fucking believe, because he's coming home and surprise, his son-in-law's alive and okay. His daughter gave birth to the baby, and for some reason, I guess he stayed friends with the kid Kenny, and he's there, and everybody's there, and apparently it's Nicolas Cage's birthday, and he walks into his house, and it's like, oh,
he looks at the
surprise.
picture frame rather than interfacing with a human.
Yes, he looks at the picture frame of his daughter and him and his deceased wife, and then he looks at Kenny and he says, do you have that cell phone, or that damn cell phone you're always carrying around?
You got that doodad you got? The discombobulated whatchamacallit? Come here and
like,
take it
"Yeah, I
together
got it
type
right
of
here."
us.
And then he says, good, because we're gonna need some new pics. Roll
Oh, it
credits.
gets all X-rated after that. That's why it fades out.
Special
right
page
there.
in a yearbook. Here you come.
And I was telling Donnie when I was watching it too that I kept expecting it to turn into a porn film at any moment. like this has, like, I've seen better quality porn.
I don't know.
Like, what is this shit?
You got that good-looking young man in the back of that car with those two cops. Everybody's all hard up. It's a hot day. Better take something
Well,
off.
I think I've seen Sophie Skelton's boobies in Outlander.
Boobies? Linda, do you have a segment related to boobies?
Why, yes, I do. Thank you for asking.
Oh.
I want his clothes off. Clothes off.
Clothes off.
No nudity, which is probably for the best.
You didn't want to see that New Zealand Power Ranger guy's penis?
Well, I want to see everybody's
it's got to look
They
better
would
than
have
his
known
face.
this was a porno if the American mercenaries came busting out of fucking Abu Dhabi with nothing but their dicks hanging out with assault rifles.
Dude, what?
I want to see everybody's bits.
What if they done this like Turbulence 3 heavy metal and Weston had come in his heavy metal outfit, from his band?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
Let's do the
man.
hustle.
They need to pay us.
What
Man.
what was it? Slade Craven.
Yes, Slade Craven.
I own that entire series on VHS.
Unapologetically.
Well, a lot of my movies I didn't necessarily select so much as Linda and I dug them out of the dumpster. And
Literally.
my friend
As we
Osiris
are fondly
Oliphant gave
reminded.
me many of my movies by the crate. So he was like, I'm just trying to get rid of these. I'm like, cool, dude.
Yes. Oh yeah, I cut some real priceless gems in there too.
You did, and so did I. I got a lot of Robotech and a lot of York and Barnholtz cheapo VHSs where there's about an inch of tape because it's recorded on extended play, and like the tape's like red or yellow or something.
I got to live out my young childhood dreams, and I got some Spot videos.
Nice.
Love Spot.
Join me now in my childhood dreams.
Any hooligans? Right. Donnie, were you able to find any reviews for this? I mean, I think
Did
this is
I?
one of the
Donnie's
ones that,
reviews.
it would be interesting to hear good reviews.
This was one of the worst movies I have ever seen in my entire life.
Me too.
The directing was horrible. The acting was just terrible.
It was.
I laughed through most of this movie until I started to remember I spent money on it. I cannot believe how bad this was. There's absolutely no redeeming qualities in this movie except for a couple close-ups of the Interpol girl. Unbelievably bad, beyond bad. There are no words.
Freaking breeder.
Now,
Oh, girl, you're my Interpol
I mean,
girl.
Jesus Christ, Interpol girl.
Interpol girl on the TV. Talking about the Virgin Mary.
So,
Okay, whatever she
If
is,
you
she's a
believe-
song.
if you feel the need to be absolutely marinated in political correctness, this is the film for you.
Huh.
The American soldiers are hired killers being pursued by some third world chickie who is working for Interpol
Chickie?
in the
Wait,
local...
they thought they were American?
Yes, chickie. Yes.
This reviewer is confused. The only American there was Weston.
In the local Bizarro World High School, where clocks run backwards and day is night, a group of white kids beat up some innocent black student in the bathroom. Then, of course, the black kid gets blamed for it. Next, we have the obligatory slimy, sleazy, dirty gun shop owner who is peddling assault rifles and making lewd suggestions to a female customer.
Oh, he
He's
doesn't want to use the
forgetting,
word
I guess,
chickie
that
again?
she's the chickie Interpol lady.
Apparently,
direction
this reviewer
sucked.
did not appreciate looking at the chickie
No.
Interpol lady.
At least the gun dealer didn't call her Chickie.
Yeah, the
where'd they
directing
get that?
sucked, acting sucked, but the soundtrack was okay.
It was?
I figured Nick Cage is trying to pay massive gambling debts or a huge alimony payment, which is forcing him to show up in slop like this. It's sad.
Well,
Was there a
the
soundtrack?
timing's not so wrong there, but...
Yeah, and the last two were chosen for very specific reasons. Well, this one not so much, but the last one was
okay,
beautiful.
let's hear it.
It's like three lame movies collided at a bank. The Interpol lady seemed like she wandered on set. Horrible acting, horrible directing, horrible everything. And my absolute favorite, my wife asked me why I wasted one of her evenings in life. That's it.
You know, now that they bring up the acting in the Interpol quote-unquote chickie,
Yeah.
do you remember the scene where she's talking to the police captain? And she's like, no, you don't understand. These guys are badasses. They what? They what, Interpol lady? No, it's not how you think. It's what? Is it complicated? It's like, so did David Mamet take mushrooms and direct this scene? Why are you people talking like this? It's like, you don't stop the word unless they cut you off. They have to be cross-talking to do that, you morons.
The only scene I legitimately remember with her was, and it was a weird shot too. You had the kid in the cop car, and then suddenly it cuts to her car, and it's like, is she behind them or somewhere near them? and she gets out and she's walking, and you see her coat, her blazer flapping, and you see she has a gun. And it just gave me flashbacks to the Phantom Menace, where I'm like, "Oh, you're carrying a Jedi's weapon." But it was just something for no real essential reason or purpose. She just kind of showed up out of nowhere there, and I thought, "Oh, is the kid gonna see her and she'll approach Nick Cage?" No, it just cuts from that, I think, into her going to the gun
edit
shop.
had nothing to do with each other. But the whole thing, it's set on that one parking lot where there's only one way in and out from. And there's the bank and the really European-looking fake cafe. And then there's a bunch of fake houses along one edge. And it's like, there's no way that this is anywhere in the real world. This is your goddamn Bulgarian studio backlot. This is like that stupid-ass Universal Studios backlot that's like every Universal TV show where it's like, oh, look how the street takes a bend there so we don't have to look down and see how this ain't the real world. You notice how there's no lines drawn either and the curb's not real.
I forgot to mention that this movie took exactly 2 months to shoot.
Jesus Christ.
And but it was delayed because I think for 2 weeks because Cage managed to break his ankle.
Yeah,
on
okay.
set.
Wow.
Yeah. He probably did it on purpose, thought he'd get out of it. Then Michael Rainey Jr. just keeps having falls. Like, oh no, I think I hurt my wrist a little bit. We'll just X-ray again. You're not getting out of this movie so easy. God damn it, I got a real show to be on.
Oh no, I broke my face. What does that mean?
You see him take a bike and just throw it on the road in front of a parked bus and then just put himself on the ground.
And then the real movie starts. Where he, like, Shackleton comes out and goes, "You're not getting away. You have filming to do."
Oh. You're reminding me of the three much better movies I watched while I was avoiding rewatching this movie. Like Phantasm 3 and Lord of Illusions and Wishmaster 1.
Oh, Lord of Illusions is fun.
Lord of Illusions is awesome.
It keeps reminding me why we need them to do the Scarlet Letter, or not the Scarlet Letter, but the Scarlet Gospel as the last Hellraiser movie and bring back Scott Bakula as
fucking
detective.
ain't right they do.
Yes,
Scott
Count
Bakula was
Bakula.
awesome.
Be so awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
A lot of it.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
Okay, we've actually referenced this movie a lot recently before recording, but every time people talk about Nick Cage must have all these debts to pay and all these contracts he has, I just keep thinking of part of that song from Repo the Genetic Opera, where it's like, Nick Cage's contract has some mighty fine print.
You know, like they say that they act as if he was part of this golden age and now it's gone, but they weren't with it from the beginning like we were. Where no, there were shit movies all along. Maybe there were more good ones, but that's just the
real shit movies.
Yeah. It's like the pattern he follows is almost the pattern of the industry itself. You know, even though he's obviously after the 2010s, he's sort of on the outs. But like what he's doing in this movie specifically is no different than like a lot of the things that Steven Seagal or Jason Statham were doing. Where it's like, oh well,
he's a working man.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm John Cold and this is The Foreigner. Oh, this is Harsh Realm, The Foreigner 2. That's right. We got to do some bad things to some bad people, my brothers. Yeah.
You know, honestly, I was thinking because he's played a cop a few times, I would love a reality show if they did like that. I think it's Rick Grimes' Dirty Jobs, except it's Nick Cage goes in and he takes these people's jobs for like a few days. So you'll have like Chef Cage, Server Cage. Oh, yeah. And the whole idea is that he's such a great trained actor, he can just get right in there and start doing it like this is his actual job. It'll be like Team
America. He could just act his way past those guards. He'd be like, Durka Durka, Muhammad Jihad.
Yeah, he's the greatest actor ever.
That's right.
Luckily I've been able to distract myself because I just recently, it took me forever, I don't know why, but I just recently got into mod and I fucking love it. I just bought
with
the whole series.
With what's her name? It was B. Arthur.
B. Arthur.
Yeah.
Beatrice Arthur.
Yep. Yeah. She been around.
And Adrian Barboobs is her daughter. I didn't know that.
Oh my!
But,
I never knew that she had a series. I just thought she sort of like appeared in TV movies and Creepshow, and that's how she just sort of happened.
And,
Pretty much.
And Escape from New York.
It has Rue McClanahan in it too. But anyway,
And the fog.
That's the Duke. I know the
have,
sound of his engines.
Do we have anything to do with faces?
No, we got something before the faces, Donnie. Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
right.
And the afterglow of your love.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh,
it's
Jesus Christ.
Time for sequel
returns much
harder,
faster.
Let's get rid of the sequel. Linda, you go first for a change.
No.
Do it.
She doesn't have one.
Donnie, you go first.
God damn it. I didn't make a sequel unless we're doing like a Robert Rodriguez style thing where we just remake the first fucking movie we did and tell it coherently.
Fine, because there's so many different things that are a sequel. That are marketed as a sequel.
Take one fucking story and stick to it.
Oh no, we're putting all the elements together. So after a well-planned attack on a data bunker deep in the sands of Istanbul that was once Constantinople, a team of highly trained data mining mercenaries recover part of an encrypted file detailing the locations of a flash drive with a list of names of every active CIA operative currently deployed throughout the world. Meanwhile, near retirement in USA Town, USA, beat cop Tom Hanks and his son-like partner, who is his son, played by Harvey Keitel, are taking a young student, Tom Holland, on a ride-along on what should be a normal day in the city. But soon they find themselves trenched in the middle of a bank robbery put on by the data mining mercenaries from Istanbul, which was once Constantinople, in an attempt to break into the vault and retrieve the highly sought-after flash drive. Will Tom Hanks and Harvey Keitel prevent a heist which could kill hundreds? Will Tom Holland make it back to school alive? With a hell of a final report? Tune in.
Keep Harvey Keitel and also keep Sophie Skelton as his wife.
I'm sorry, Father.
I'm watching the shit.
You could just say that it was basically the bad lieutenant and that he just survived being shot in the fucking head.
I mean, people do survive getting shot in the head. It's just sometimes they're a little bit compromised, like Brady of the Brady Bill. You know.
Yes.
He's a good dude. It's fine. You know, bullets can slow you down, but they can't stop you. They can't stop you.
That's right. They can't stop the Lord.
That's right.
Adrian? Can't stop the A train.
All right. Prepare
if you're gonna have Tom Hanks as a cop, you should have Dan Aykroyd as his partner.
Prepare for
Jesus.
New Picks, a sequel to 211. Kenny is touring the mean streets of New York, actually Lithuania, when he discovers that his cellular telephone is picking up video from somebody else's cellular telephone. A spoiled young heir to a fortune who's been kidnapped for ransom for $1 million by a band of mercenaries led by Wangler, Weston Cage once again. Can Kenny track down the cellular telephone signal in time to help? Can he teach this hostage a valuable life lesson? Soundtrack by Eyes of Noctum, directly to Redbox this summer.
Ooh.
All right, I've got one, and it's really simple.
Okay.
I just want to see a day in the life of that gun dealer. That's all I want.
Oh, you want to see like a Wayne Wang or like a Kevin Smith style like shop independent movie kind of thing, like shot on video in black and white. Lady comes in, is like, oh hey, you're an attractive female. Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Hoover.
I'm going through a complicated divorce. Then you will want this pretty gun for lady, which is pink. Oh, that's terrific. I'm going to shoot his balls off. Now you have 3-day waiting period, pretty lady.
Yes, you're a lady. You like pink gun. Yeah, or I want to see why the kids don't like and they pick on Kenny. I'll watch a teen drama with him in it. Sure, why the fuck not?
The movie had really erratic editing.
They told us why he was being bullied.
You can't see that Kenny actually has very tragic Tourette's. And his Tourette's are oddly specific, where they target things he knows in confidence about the people's family members. Like,
cracker ass cracker.
And it's like, your mom's an addict and she chose drugs over you. Oh, sorry, you guys.
Person,
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Usually Tourette's is just like making weird noises or like ticks.
Yes,
right, but some people do swear on it,
shit.
you know, and we actually had a substitute teacher at my high school once who didn't last too long because he did have tragic Tourette's, and the tragic Tourette's involved racial slurs.
Oh my!
Yeah, he didn't choose those Tourette's, but maybe those words were in him.
A fun disease, or not disease. Go ahead.
No, that was my Tourette's story.
I can't remember what it's called. It's not a disease. It's something that actually does happen with people, and I thought it'd be the coolest thing ever to get. But people suddenly just their accent suddenly changes to a completely foreign accent. And it's like
do they do it well?
That suddenly just they started. Yeah, it's like it's literally people like you sound like you're literally from here. It's like people were getting British accents, Irish, Scottish.
That's
German.
Really odd,
it's like
man.
it's some weird thing that happens and clicks in their brain, and suddenly this is how they talk.
They should have tracked down a lot of people like that and casted this movie with them.
They could have. I would have believed
then just
it.
Maybe some of them would have sounded American.
It's kind of sad when this movie is so badly made like that, but yet I can watch something like Double Impact or Hard Target with Jean-Claude, and it's like, I believe you, Jean-Claude. You are an American.
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme or Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
It's like, it doesn't matter that you talk like you're from some kind of Euro place. You're doing your thing, man.
Oh my
That's
God.
what I do. Get people out of the city. Vendor!
So y'all feel ready to face this off now?
Rip it off! God, I want to watch No Holds Barred again.
Yeah,
I want to watch many things that aren't this movie.
Dookie in my pants.
Dookie.
That's right.
My face-off is Mike Chandler is Sean Bean. Lisa McAvoy is Taylor Swift.
Oh boy.
And Steve McAvoy is Steve Harvey. And Kenny is unironically played as a high school student, Michael Clark Duncan.
Okay.
Just because I want to see them bully Michael Clark Duncan.
Didn't go too different.
And try to sell a big man like him getting his head shoved in a urinal by these skinny ass fucking guys.
They're so mean to me.
I watched the fuck out of that.
God.
I do want to see that. Thank you. You fixed the
I love
movie.
Michael Clark Duncan. He's amazing.
So, Adrian, what you got?
Okay, so for the daughter there, I've got Sandra Bernhardt. For Mac, I've got Tracy Morgan. For Kenny, I've got Ron Funches.
Oh, fuck, I love Ron
For
Funches.
Kenny's mom, I've got Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
For Cage, I've got Vinnie Jones.
Yes.
For the bank manager, I've got Paul Scheer.
Yeah. All right.
For his wife, I've got Rebel Wilson. And for the mercenaries, I've got a group of school kids visiting from Croatia.
Wow.
And for the director, I've got my ass, because that's where this fucking movie came from.
Yeah, that's kind of how I directed my face off.
It's like
mine,
there's no way to take this seriously.
For once, I didn't go with a cast. I just went with a movie that did it better.
Oh.
And
Tangerine?
It's we are familiar with it. The Rock. Just fucking watch The Rock and just enjoy that and pretend this fucking movie never existed.
You son of a bitch. You're the man now, dog.
Oh.
I don't care about your high school, Kenny. I just want to find some rockets.
You're him. You're the Rocket Man. I hate soft ass shit.
Oh, this
It's
movie.
hotter than Zeus's butthole.
Did you know that Elton John song, All the Young Girls Love Alice, was not released as a single? There were only 3 singles from Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. What the fuck?
Okay.
Fuck you! I love Elton John and you can go right to hell.
I'm not hating on him. I like him just as much as the next.
I have been drinking.
So, were you guys able to find any kernels of KG wisdom?
Ooh.
When a student's being mean to a teacher, you come clean. What more do you need past that?
I've got one.
Obviously.
Cell phones suck the souls of the dead, and you must preserve the phone or lose the spirit. Or
Yeah.
maybe just keep eating that urinal cake until the principal comes in.
It's minty.
Did you guys enjoy that ASMR that we brought to you?
We got a million of them.
Oh, I guess mine would be it's not something that I learned from the movie, but something that was really just like really brought to my attention even more. Never fucking record in a public bathroom.
Yeah.
It ain't right.
Linda, are you saying I should stop doing that?
It's your boy Adrian reporting from the shitter.
Yo,
Just wanna let
look
you know
at
how
this
my
thing
day's
here,
going.
dog. This shit is like green. It's like 14 inches long. It's like hanging
Ring
over
that
the edge.
bell. I'm gonna tell you about my Taco Bell.
I'm at Burger King. This thing looks like it's gonna come to life, y'all.
It would help.
This is your
if-
shit, Graham. I just had some Jimmy D's, and I'm gonna let you know how it comes out in my report on this.
Okay, yeah,
Live
people be
from the
warned.
loo.
The one over here on Trosper, somebody did urinate in the soap dispenser. Okay, it's not just me smelling that; it's there.
Somebody urinated over all the seat covers and over the seat itself.
It's like saturated or some shit.
Although no joke, I have like as a woman, like when we see there's piss all over the seat, it's like how?
Because
How did you do that?
Because some womanly ladies can't bother to build the nest so they can sit on the seat. They like to hover about like 3 feet off the ground above the damn toilet. And they're like, wherever it lands. I don't have to clean it. When I had to clean the ladies' room at Walgreens, and when I had to clean both the restrooms, the ladies' room always had more feces than the men's room. And sometimes it would be like a Christmas wreath of feces around the toilet, none of it on the toilet, and none of it in the toilet.
Yeah, I can't tell you guys the horrors that I have seen.
Well, it gets pretty.
I
Literally,
could
I'm
say
just saying-
something from a movie, but I will not because I don't want to haunt the dreams of our listeners.
Well, I mean, you know, if you mention the worst thing ever, it's just in keeping with the movie we watched this week.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's do
It's
it.
sort of a new low.
I'm not gonna tell you the movie because I want people to actively Google these key words. But there is a movie about a crazy girl. It's a love story that deals with anal fissures. So look that up. Movie, love story, anal fissure. And this girl has this obsession with how she was always told as a girl, you're supposed to keep yourself clean and have clean toilets. So she decided to be a rebel and rubs her coochie across public seats in bathrooms.
No.
And she does this purposely on the worst looking public toilets that have crusty shit all over them. And she does this because she's like, I have never gotten a disease from this, and it is soothing to me, and I find it highly erotic.
Oh,
And
was
it wasn't
Audrey
foreign
Tautou?
made, it was
So
American.
she's like
No.
a pioneer. She was doing this dumbass shit
Jesus.
before the COVID challenge.
It is the weirdest thing and the grossest because you do see her fissure pop, and it's like It's
okay.
She also rides around on a
speaking of
skateboard, like
grossest-
itching at her ass while she's like
Don't-
picking
no.
at the fisher.
Slightly side
It's
thing,
just
but this is
horrible.
back to the movie. I just noticed in the scene with Mac and Lisa, they have a wood paneled refrigerator.
Oh my god,
Donnie, this takes it right back. This doesn't take place on the planet Earth.
No, I was right. Oh god,
this is
they're
like
gonna kill me.
Solaris. At the end, like Cage looks up and he realizes that he wasn't on Earth all along, and that the brain
We're gonna
planet
need
just
to
made him
pick
see this.
Cube.
Of this new world.
This is the sequel to Knowing, apparently.
The people, they're gonna want to know how it all went down.
God damn it.
Oh. But with that, I suppose it's time I say, please listen, follow, rate, and review Cage's Kiss on Apple Podcasts. Please, it helps us out immensely. And you can check out our stuff on YouTube and comment. We've got a lot of interesting ones.
Have we?
Lately?
Ooh.
About needing new boyfriends.
Yeah, a lot of our
Wow.
YouTube comments
What?
seem to think that we are a successful American man. Oh, I am from Latvia and would like very much date.
What?
Yes, so we've had a lot of.
I keep bringing up Latvia. I should mix it up some. Yeah.
I'll have to show you, Donnie. We've got a lot of busty women. Making...
Oh.
Yeah, no, they'll put the little heart emoticons on there and stuff. You know.
Oh, it's fun.
I've got a guy
Oh.
trolling my YouTube. Maybe we could spirit him over to the Cage's Kiss YouTube. Spice it up.
Sweet Jesus.
So remember, you could find. Oh, and I should say on that YouTube channel, you definitely should check it out because Adrian hides little like animations in there, and it's pretty goddamn awesome.
Yeah.
I try.
You're our special little artist.
Plus, sometimes I won't have enough pictures to fill the episodes. I'll have to draw on my library of video that I've taken that is copyright free.
His library.
Yeah.
Also, check out her Patreon at patreon.com/CagesKiss. Remember, you can find Cage's Kiss on Facebook, on Twitter, and on the Instagrams at Cage's Kiss. That's CAGESKISS. You could visit our website at cageskiss.com, and you can always write to us at cageskiss@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Now, I can't remember if I gave him a shout out, but he's so nice. I'll do it twice, and I have no problem with that. Ben Robinson, we got your review on Podchaser. Thank you so freaking much. It was
Ben
amazing.
Robinson, we're coming for you.
Oh, Ben Robinson liked us.
I don't know why he just has that name. It sounds like something in a movie that you would say that, like, Ben Robinson!
Give me the templates, Ramsey.
Your days are numbered! Now he's gonna think we're threatening him.
Everybody's talking about Ben Robinson.
We're coming for you, brother.
Wait, I think you did.
What's that smell, Ben Robinson?
I think you did
No,
mention
we're
him one
coming over to
time
watch some
because
Cage
you,
movies
because
with
you said Robinson and I was all like cuckoo kachoob. Yeah.
Oh, God. Are
makes
you
me think
trying to
of,
flirt with me, Mr. Bill Robinson?
It makes me think of Craig Robinson from
Craig
What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, yeah.
from the director of Jojo Rabbit. Y'all needs to get up on our Patreon and look at us reviewing that movie.
Yeah, seriously, and our work with where we covered Patricia Arquette and Michael Caine
And Julian Sands, who has a power beyond ours.
Yes. Fucking love him. So, anyway, check out my other podcast about witches in history and stories of all media, Bedknobs and Broomflicks. That's spelled with licks at the end, as opposed to an X.
Have you
So,
done Witch Trap
yeah.
by Kevin S. Tenney?
Yeah.
Not yet.
It's pretty good.
Right. Yeah, it's Bedknobs and Broomflicks. And the Golden Girls podcast I do with Kristen from Coffin Cast, When Girls Were Golden. And yeah, we're going to be working on our second episode a couple days from now. So, yeah. Good times. Adrian, what you got going on?
Well, as always, I am Leo the Fox, LeoTheFox, all run together, all one word, all lowercase. I'm on the deviantart.com, and I am on the Patreon, and I have actually been posting stuff to my Patreon lately. You should come check it for about $1. And, you know,
More like Leo the Fox.
And also on DeviantArt, I run the group called Dreadful Tales, which is an homage to pulp magazines from the 1840s through 1939, which I put out every other month.
Very cool.
It's sometimes pretty cool.
And spoopy appropriate.
Ooh, it's October right now.
It's Spooktober.
Actually, we are coming up on our 5-year anniversary of that magazine, too.
Yeah.
That's because it debuted on Halloween in 2015.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That just reminded me. We're actually coming on our year anniversary for Bedknobs and Broomflicks.
What? You've been doing that for a whole year?
Yeah. It doesn't seem like we have been, but
no.
Alas.
Like at all.
Time flies when you're a shut-in hiding from disease.
They can find Don as the Unreal Goals over on the Instagram and on the Twitter too. I'm also the Boy Who Blew over on the Pornhub. And I'm also the Wisdom in the Bottle on the YouTubes.
Oh, wait, you have a separate YouTube channel from your Unreal Goals?
I am Unreal Goals on the channel of YouTube, and we actually did post our fucking episode on finally. So eat a bag of dicks.
Hold on, I'm getting ready to eat those dicks.
About the movie where the lady goes boom boom.
You know, no shit, I have to share this now. I was playing Sea of Thieves, and we have those little megaphones so you can talk to other players on other ships. And just to make sure if the guys were friendly or not, they had a huge, like, one of those barges. And I was like, hello, Mr. Ship. They fired on us. It was not a friendly ship. I got kicked from my team.
The last thing I see on your Unreal Goals channel is the No I Don't Mod Skyrim thing.
Oh, you're looking at my kitty cat one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I following the wrong channel here?
Yes,
God
you are.
Damn it.
Because it actually says Unreal Goals. So we will link that hopefully in our description.
See, people can get misled. Oh, I see my artworks. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a banner.
I gotta subscribe for this fucking channel.
Yeah.
We'll post the.
I'm gonna get you a view here, boy.
We'll post the link on our episode notes and on the website.
Yeah, it's almost 3 hours of the most depressing drunk I've ever been.
Well, I'm really buzzed right now, and I ain't feeling my face too well, so I can relate.
No, I'm like seriously mean it. It is the most depressing opening because it was on my birthday when I was drunk, and it was all entirely about our father's passing. So, yeah, 3 hours of that. Get ready to be just brought up in high spirits.
I forgot, you two also had the best 2020 ever, better than some other people.
Did they find a cure for something?
I have 2 good friends who got COVID.
Anal fissures. Oh, shit.
Anal fissure cures.
Yeah, our cousin got the COVID.
Yeah, it's making the rounds. Yeah, maybe it'll be our turn.
Which cousin was that?
You guys got so many fucking cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian. He got a.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like using several tanks of oxygen a day, I think.
Jesus Christ.
But
mouth breather.
But I want to. There's something I've been wanting to do for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I just keep forgetting about it. Today's the day.
Killing.
I say a big hello and thank you to the our listeners in other countries.
We got listeners in other countries.
Yeah. We could mention them a bit more. We have in the past. They're good people.
We're international.
Thanks you for putting up with us, international listeners.
We love you.
Ni hao.
Yes, we have listeners in Great Britain and Ireland. I see you.
Good day. And, konnichiwa. Guten Tag.
And, yeah,
Bonjour.
to speak in your native tongue, Ireland, konnichiwa.
Tasai, whiskey.
Watashi wa Linda.
Hello, Ireland. I'm rather the fan of Sax Romer and Jay Sheridan LeFanu. How?
And
before we do, I also have to mention, because you forgot it and I almost forgot it too, you can also find me and Linda on Coyote's Bluff soon.
Yeah, that's right. You're both
to this
on
dramatic
that
radio drama.
we are.
You're on it like
Yes.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
Like
I finally
blue
got
bonnet on
to play the old grizzled lieutenant who's getting too old for this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also have listeners over in Canada. We do have fun with you guys sometimes,
The
but
lesser
really
America.
we're just jealous. We want to be in you.
We just want your Tim Hortons, that's all.
Yeah, your Thimios. But we do love you guys. We actually have 2 listeners in Mexico.
Awesome.
And we have listeners over in New Zealand, where
Oh.
I want to move there so badly, you guys, right now.
It's far away.
And Australia.
Ooh.
That would be a 14-hour delay in our recording days.
Do I care?
Can I feel my
you
face?
should if you want to get paid, bitch.
I wonder,
We
will I
have
dream?
listeners in Egypt. Where are you at? We see
Hi,
you.
Egypt.
Like
Hello.
an Egyptian.
Over in Norway and Sweden, land of our people.
Bitchin'.
Nordmead fan.
And we have a surprising amount of listeners in Kazakhstan.
fill the fish.
So,
we
That's
have.
yeah, how are you guys doing?
Awesome.
Yeah, man, reach out to us. You can email us at cageskiss@gmail or find us on Twitter or whatever.
We ain't afraid
Wait,
no ghost.
we don't have any Germans or Russians? Mama DA, it's all about the Germans and Russians.
Suka
Not
Bliet?
yet, or at least not in the last 30 days.
Leo the Fox speaking. Dear Russian fans, come and listen to this podcast. We love you.
Give us your cheeky bricky.
What? Donnie loves your videos with cats and funny hats.
Donnie loves moose and squirrel.
I am fan of your women.
We're all a bunch of Slavs just like y'all.
Yeah. I squat. I eat some inchki. I enjoy my vodka. It's chilled.
Oh Lord.
Oh man, vodka would be sweet right now, but I just had freaking 18 ounces of this beer type stuff.
But also, while talking about Ireland, shout out to our friends over at I Understood That Reference. You guys are awesome. And we love you.
But not our other friends in
No.
England land.
No.
We have
They know
we
what they
have
did.
many hoes in different area codes, is what my sister is trying to get across.
Me too.
I have friends in England that I dearly love. They'd be all like in Yorkshire and stuff.
Crumpets
But-
and tea, everyone.
Much love also to our friends over at Killer Rabbit and Verbal Diorama.
Bottom of
love
the
you.
stream.
It will never not be wonderful.
To our homies abroad and afar.
That's right. And all the ships at
No.
Are we
sea.
gonna wait, is this happening? Are we finally gonna break off in a song?
I don't
There's no
wanna.
time
Practicing.
for us. There's no place
But anyway,
for us.
Yeah, we love y'all. And yeah, Kazakhstan, hit us up, man. Like, let us know how you're doing.
Why?
Let the
Yes, they're
time
awesome.
go by. I
They're listening, man.
don't care if I can be
Now, you'll be
here
hearing
on
from
the
us
street
next
where
week.
You live.
Adrian, you need to de-escalate.
Oh, hey, my son is dead.
You'll be hearing from us next week when we cover Teen Titans Go to the movies.
Why?
Fucking yes.
Why?
You can stream it for free with a TNT subscription. Otherwise, you can rent or buy it and buy it streaming on the usual platforms, including Amazon Prime, Redbox, and Apple. And every time I say Redbox, I'm afraid I'm going to say RedTube. But
Please donate to our Patreon to cover the $4 it takes us to suffer through these damn things.
Do not look up Teen Titans on RedTube.
Yeah.
You know, between 18 and 20 is still technically a teenager. That's usually the loophole the pornography gets through.
Oh, блядь.
The more you know. But yeah, so I can't wait, and well, I'll see you there.
Cage. Peach. I could eat a peach for hours. Please.